Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders. Going back to their AFL days in the 1960s, the Chiefs and Raiders are underway. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Right to the air is Mahomes. And his first look is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Carr gonna, no, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. That one is caught by Hunt. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mahomes. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And now another one thrown incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And Carr first throw complete to Hollins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Throwing again on second down. Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Raiders at 5-11 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. George Karlaftis in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Open man, that's Renfro. Touchdown! Hunter Renfro with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That was all Preston Smith. Navigating into the backfield, he gets the tackle for loss.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. From the left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will knot us up at 10. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
10-10 our score after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Another completion here to Hunt. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. And he's got room. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kareem Hunt with career touchdown number 70.
And the Chiefs have retaken the lead.
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
17. Raiders 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
43!
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 22, Mahomes. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Max Crosby leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kareem Hunt on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Chiefs 31, Raiders 13. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Carr. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. On play action, now Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kareem Hunt on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half.
And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Harrison Butker, the kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this out to the 29. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Harrison Butker, the kickoff for Kansas City.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Vegas. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Carr going to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Chris Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Carr. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
160 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Mahomes now on 1st down. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st down, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Complete to Nicole Hardman. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
2nd down and 5.
At the 38-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Hunt will try going up the middle. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Mahomes now on the option right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Hunt. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kareem Hunt with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs extend their lead yet again. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Raiders 13. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Looking deep for Adams. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL.
What now?
It's a jet sweep. This is Renfrow. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
On first down, Carr.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now they go end around with Adams. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. From the gun, it's Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
183 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away.
Returning is Peppers.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Good for a Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10.
Adams the man in motion right. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And now here is another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down. So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And they will take a knee here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Chiefs,
they conclude the regular